Hel- Hello, hello, everyone. looks looks like we're having a little bit of trouble with streaming here. Hang on. Okay. I think it did. Welcome to Courageously Living. I am not planning to do a very long live tonight, but I did have a topic that I really wanted to cover, and that is accidentally blocking our happiness. We do it kind of unconsciously. And what I want to say is it's okay to realize that you're going to be happy while other people are in hard situations. It's okay to be happy when you are in a hard situation. You can do both. And one of the things that my guides gave me as a metaphor is I was just kind of recently kind of hung up on the, oh, I can't really be happy. Like there's all this other stuff going on with everybody else. And my guides gave me the metaphor of a surfer. The surfers go out and they catch beautiful waves and they're thrilled and they're excited. And so let's take that like group. Let's say there's like 3 surfers out there and they all kind of like paddle out and they're waiting that wave. And then a great wave comes up and one of them goes. The other 2 know that another wave is coming for them. And what if we look at happiness in that way, where, okay, so this person went on this wave, that was their wave. There's gonna be another wave for the next surfer. So the next surfer goes. That 3rd surfer still knows that there is another wave, for them. We get so wrapped up, and I will totally say this for myself too, that we can't be happy because somebody else might not be getting the same happiness we are. But if we think to those waves are continually coming for us. We just have to allow ourselves to actually show up and ride that wave. Here's another example that I think is also really, we're still going to be in the surfer theme, but it really kind of brings this point home. Let's say it's a gorgeous day, the surfer goes out and they're the only person looking at the waves and going to ride the waves. And they sit there and they watch all these beautiful waves coming that they could have ridden. But they're like, yeah, but all the other people that I surf with would feel really bad that I caught that wave and they didn't have that opportunity to. I better just sit this one out. I can't take that wave either because somebody I know who really, really would have wanted that wave. Surfers don't do that. They know there will always be more waves. And they also know that the water and the weather is unpredictable. And they still go out. They may not go in a huge storm. Sometimes they will. But, the surfers that, want to be safe aren't going to go out in a lightning storm. But then they also know that that's a short-term thing. When we are dealing with chaos in our lives, disruption in our lives, upheaval, grief, anger, we get so caught up in that emotion. It's hard for us to recognize that there's another wave coming of good. That wave of coming of good. And we get into this piece of, oh my gosh, I have to hold on to what I've got. And even though it's bad, I know what I've got and it could be worse. That's our cycle that we kind of get stuck in. And when you can break out of that, you can realize you are allowed happiness even when someone else is going through pain. You are allowed happiness even if there's a bunch of you that want to catch that wave. And it was a real eye-opener for me this last week to really think about happiness in a surfer's mentality. Because we get caught up in I'm starting to kind of get better. I'm kind of starting to feel like I'm doing good. I'm starting to feel like I'm happy. Oh, but there's somebody in my family who's not doing good. Oh, there's somebody that's at work that really is going through a hard time. I don't really want to be happy. Everyone has the opportunity at different times to ride their own happiness wave. They have to take the chance and ride it, and you have to take the chance and ride the wave when it comes to you. And it's going to be two different waves. Even surfers, even if they go one right after another, those are all three different waves. That's what our happiness is about. We get to choose a wave that we want to ride. And that's okay. So that's really what I wanted to talk about today. I didn't see any questions in that about being happiness, but I want you to think about where in your life are you maybe holding back that happiness because somebody else is not doing good. Now, that doesn't mean you kind of gloat and say, look at me, I got all this stuff going, when someone is being really depressed or when they're overwhelmed or when they're in fear or anger. You do have to self-regulate a little bit on who you can share some happiness with, but you always deserve happiness. You always deserve that ride of that wave that you're going to take. And it's going to be uniquely for you. I told you this was going to be a really quick live. Let me know in the comments what you think. But it is a really good metaphor to keep reminding ourselves about. We are allowed happiness, even in a world that is full of chaos and hurt and struggles. That is truly what I had for you on this really short live today. Please, please, please give yourself a self-hug. And I will either catch you on the next live or the next video. Please know what you guys do want to start covering in lives, and we will get those kind of into the process. I go live every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central. I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.